So there is nothing else in this whole area. Is that shit on the ground? Right outside the church. Can I read this? Can it tell me what it says? No, it doesn't. I'm kind of getting into this. Check Jamaica. Yeah, look at this. Damn, they just got. Damn, bro, this is in PUBG. I've seen this. I've been on this map before. I've been here. Oh my god. Wait, is that a Taco Bell? Is that it? That's not a Taco Bell. What the fuck is that? It's definitely not a Taco Bell. Dude, Israel? Okay, you know what? I'm curious. What about Israel? Where's Israel? It's over here. Yeah, okay. Alright, I'm gonna click a random place in Israel. You telling me we send them all this money and this is all they can put together? You telling me this is really, like, what y'all doing up there, man? We sending y'all all this money and y'all still sitting driving around the fucking 98 Buick? What's this? What, damn. Through the south there? Okay, alright. Let me put right in Tel Aviv. Wait. Bro. This guy had so little hair on the back of his head, they blurred out the back of his fucking head. They thought that was his beard. Nah, bro, this isn't some fucking Voldemort thing. He got Voldemort growing on the back of his head? Absolutely not. He bald as hell. All right. That's a nice place. Damn. What the fuck?
It's going to be not working.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what does this shit say? What's this shit say right here? What the fuck is that? What the fuck? What is this? Yeah, bro, don't they know how to write American? What's going on? So, Netanya, alright, what do we have here? Oh, this is pretty nice too.
Get that once it cracks.
It's not really that bad. Yeah, and skateboarding maybe? Is that it? I don't think you can go. Yeah, you can't really go around. This is the closest they can get to Gaza. Like, that's the closest they get. You can't even get any closer than that. They start getting that's about it. And if I go to here, maybe? Yep. No, this one isn't going up. That's it. Do France? I don't even know that. And I'm going to picture the south. Let's see. So, go south. And that way, I'm just trying to look at these other areas. So, what the fuck is the Eiffel Tower? Yeah, it's still moving forward. All right, it's gonna take a minute. I gotta walk over there.
That's
Okay. Let me try and get up on there. Damn, this is taking a while, huh? Okay, can I move it to like right there? Okay, there we go. Okay, so they haven't spawned in yet. Wait, I don't see any of them. Looks just like a guy.
The episode where I said no black mage would ever develop.
Right.
And you thought I missed a point on Haiti, especially.
Well, yeah, Haiti as the first black country, always had the potential to become a great nation. Unfortunately, at the start of its historical start, Haiti had a lot of debt to pay to France. And so I think that was definitely a substantial.
For now, the holidays are stressful, but Verizon's got a bonus deal on the Samsung Galaxy S21. Nutcracker. Somebody find me a massage, please.
It's Samsung Galaxy S25 with Gemini and Virtual Tech, all for $0. No training needed on any platform.
Capital One hooked me up straight away because you don't have to for that free candidate. You have to take pictures. Hair, Dyson. Thank you for letting me take them to purchase, and now I don't have to show up with Fred. And don't even get you started on this polio. I can better board than a This is real. I'll show you
I see. I thought I read that in the note, but I didn't get it clear. I know this from many nations that I've spoken to, that Haiti got independence from the French, the French imposed a debt on them to pay.
Enter my layer
prevented
of
Haiti
savings.
from becoming well developed or wherever it believed it could be. Is that not true? Okay. So, right, what I do is I try to collect as much as information to examine.
Shit, I only got like $5.
So the claim or the conclusion, carefully to see
Don't
that
be
the old world.
afraid to come back.
That a lot of things that
That's
are
the most awkward fucking.
and that you got stuck only on that one particular thing. If you ask it's not true at all. It's not played any role in making Haiti the way it is. I can start by saying a few things that you need to consider. First, have you seen law? Do the hate any corporate weapons, a blueprint, a rumor that against the sick to know that based on that, this is what they could have done. What is it that they kept they could have done rather than what they are?
Well, as I mentioned, well, the Haitians gained independence from the French, right? So I think our emperor, Jacques Dessalines, was part of the Haitian, was part of the French army. So I believe he looked at France as a blueprint to Haiti. So
Isn't that a problem already in the first place? The people who follow them are you with me?
are you agree with that?
Yeah, because we speak different language, everything they do on their own language.
Yeah, but they colonized us,
Yeah.
and they showed us things.
And then,
Yeah.
that is what makes it cool. The United States is extremely bad. I think that the largest debt in the United States owes is to Japan, is in Japan, and then China, and then private financial institutions across the world and private companies. It's the biggest debt big guy in the world. The United States. Remember, even in the second, one of the things we want to see is the United Nations is still a little debt. The country doesn't own a debt to itself, it's still a debt. So when we say the United States is in debt 38 trillion, it means different companies, different institutions, and countries. So it's Japan, Germany, and China. Now that doesn't make a country poor. No, it doesn't. It makes it a poor. A country doesn't make a poor debt. In any form you can do it, okay? Until that debt was paid away more than $1 billion. That is true. People have been repeating this statement over and over. We are telling people that whatever debt is was, it was paid away more than $100 million.
That it's billions of dollars they paid you to reinvest in our country, but they actually didn't have to pay.
No, that is not true. That's what I keep saying. Debt never. People in any country, the United States have debt. When independence happened in Africa, by 1978, over 30 African countries had to be forgiven debt.
Okay.
They still haven't paid. They were poor because they had debt.
So you're saying it doesn't matter whether or not we pay it or not, we were just be poor.
Yeah.
Be poverty.
Yeah, because I have plenty of evidence to show that.
So let's dive into it.
Let's take a look at the Caribbean.
Okay.
Black countries in the Caribbean today, all of you are documents are slaves. And only your core either by French, Spanish, English, or Dutch, different languages. So all of you are slaves. It means all of you want the same thing. Culture, language, heritage, history. So, okay, growing in the Caribbean countries, which didn't have a debt, and therefore because it didn't have a debt, it is now very, very, very well developed, as you said, to look like each one of the little countries.
I don't have a particular country in mind.
You know,
Okay, good. Who do you think?
that's why I like your show. My evidence is very simple. I use very many information to inform and therefore be able to question a certain conclusion. The black countries in the Caribbean have one thing in common.
Yes.
Regardless when you got your independence, all of them were taken from Africa and poured in different countries. They were colonized for a while. And then they're colonial to us. Okay? You're Caribbean. Haiti is being like France. People for the debt. I agree. But then I want to show you.
The mall, it seems.
If that is the case, the remainder of the Caribbean black countries, there are words that didn't have a debt. Wow.
There's no Caribbean country right now that's making
Where you have
We're looking for the game store.
diamonds
Know where it
and
is?
and those things. There's different shit. And I'm asking, wait, I'm
Table
asking you,
what?
which of the Caribbean
Really,
countries
furniture.
has arrived at their mainland of being developed like a chemical industry?
I understand maybe 3 of them first. Video game stores on the other end of the mall. I'll mark it on your phone. Thanks. Don't get beat up, okay? And Harry! Wait, you guys don't want to hang for a while first? I never want to hang.
Driving growth within and beyond every border. answer for what? Look at it. The purple tree. Compliance with our company. But if you have something to say to HR have only one thing to say to you. Here, you're forever, people.
Cole, he's my miracle child. So how does your miracle child get cancer? How does that happen?
Okay, so I would say the Caribbean countries that got their independence after 1950s are still
Yeah, no.
in good
Which one?
shape.
Which one has reached the absolute standard of the
So,
capital?
okay, so let's look at the ABC countries. Let's look at Antigua. These are countries, not Puerto Rico. These are countries that got their independence later, after, and they're all
I am thinking that all of them have come to threshold of place after Singapore, Malaysia, and okay, the place after they are where they want to be. You can see it clear. What I'm trying to say is the statement I'm repeating to you. I'm thinking of many countries. Okay? They all share the same thing. That's it. They are all not advanced, developed countries. None of them have gone to fulfilling the standards of the first colonial.
Oh, no, we can't say, okay, Turkey, Cayman Islands, Aruba, these they're well
Highly occupied and working countries and rich men, like my guest earlier was telling me, Antigua.
Yeah.
Antigua is only
English,
able,
the
Antigua is able to function today because all the 20% of the economy and everything in Antigua is owned by foreigners.
I see.
Same with Bahamas. Okay? Every other country is not American. It's because of the tariff cut that makes the Chinese and the United States of Australia and England places economic resources of the tariff. That's why the Chinese are living in the tariff. But of course, you think that is not a look right now. They have sensible line to say, look, we are not going to take the buildings in the country. We will remain to be part of France. And we'll have, and that's why brother because the king is essentially
But right now, one thing is that they are struggling, they don't want to be out of the metropole.
that's correct. They all trying to make the same mistake. So we've seen now that
Mistake. So you're saying if they leave, they won't be able to maintain?
no. They will not be able. Guadeloupe is this relatively peaceful. I've met many of them because they were sensible enough to remain with France.
Sensible.
Yes.
So, okay.
Yes.
There's
So,
a whole saying that we don't want independence, please take care of us.
yes. We will come to the word independence. We see. Number two, let me ask. What did they do the slave to do in Haiti?
To share part, not share part, but to farm and to.
Sugarcane and banana. So if they were going to start the sugarcane and banana plantation, what type of people do you think they brought from Africa? Technocrats? Lawyers, engineers? Who are they? Yeah, good, deep rural people, right? They took a bunch of deep rural people from Africa. Why is it not brought them to Haiti?
No, it wasn't the whole matter of slavery.
Yes, I know.
You know
When
what
they were
I'm saying?
buying slaves in Africa, there was no engineers, there were no lawyers, there were no medical officers, there were no technicians, there was nothing.
So,
No one can even use a screwdriver. Nothing was built in Africa. Nothing in the name of modern day infrastructure. Zero. So the people they brought, Africa was known for the three industries. You know it. You've been to Benin. Africa was known for farming, fishing, hunting.
okay.
So slaves that were brought from Africa to the United States were to farm. Because that's what they were doing when they went there. So the ones brought from the Caribbean, they went and they looked at people who can understand the sun and the heat and work long hours on the farm. That's what they did in the Caribbean.
So when they wanted to go and capture them, they actually were sold legitly. I don't know how the slave trade.
However, the slaves were sold, they actually put it out and capture in Africa. It's a form of hunter.
At the time, okay. So that was really the, I don't know about
Listen, I'm telling you, whatever we call infrastructure in Africa today, in the morning, was there because of colonials. Aqueduct, water system to come to houses, hotel, hospitals, schools. You think that Africans imported materials from what tenants? There was nothing. And this is what is wrong with Western education, that people don't understand the history of these places.
I thought African
Then you know,
I don't think have a currency
no black country in the world has ever taken a currency
of its own.
of its own. Trade by barter. Were you not talking to?
Yes, I was.
So
Yes,
trade by barter.
but I thought they had their own African coins that they.
No. You need to have an industry to do that. Where do you need those coins? Enough. What kind of currency? Currency is only when you are trading between two foreign countries, Maria. So taxes are paid to the one who has the currency.
Don't settle for less. Here's what others are doing to fix missing and broken teeth. The company everyone has been raving about is called Nuvia, with thousands of 5-star reviews and a 99.13 success rate to back it up. It's no wonder Nuvia is the clear choice for thousands of patients nationwide. And that's not even the best part. It takes them only 24 hours to eliminate the problem and provide a permanent solution.
They deliver a funnel prosthetic within 24 hours. It's been a game changer. We're getting a finalist material that is only the best, strongest fitting material that we have for prosthetics. We're waiting within 24 hours after surgery.
People are always asking, what's coming? When the last lifetime? What? Yeah, 2.5 years later. Just like the first day, someone that
Nuvia Dental Implant Center has figured out how to get you into your clean set of teeth in just 24 hours. Instead of having to wait up to 10+ months like most traditional dental offices, I'll attach a link to their 60-second quiz to see if you may be eligible.
Grammarly provides a bunch of different suggestions to improve the correctness and style of writing. Different colors denote different suggestion types. These are correctness suggestions, which fix mistakes in spelling, grammar, and punctuation. Clarity suggestions like this make your writing concise and more easily understood, so you get your point across faster. Here we have a tone suggestion, which helps you represent yourself better and sound more resonant to your reader. Finally, Grammarly can also rewrite entire paragraphs and sentences in a click, so you can spend less time wordsmithing and more time on big picture. That's how you get mistake-free, polished writing that drives work forward. Get Grammarly Pro today and write like a pro.
No African country has what is called today modern day currency. So we were engaged in trade by barter. And then later on, Dahomey became the first, if I'm not mistaken, to use cowries. So you can count. You know cowries, the one they use for making art. That is the first currency.
Okay.
But limited to only about 3 tribes in West Africa.
Okay.
That's it. That is why, after independence, all the English countries in Africa, they had a queen's head on the money.
So what were we bartering for the slaves? Were we capturing them ourselves? Were we selling them ourselves?
So, because Africa started evolving with tribal wars.
Okay.
And you must understand, even though the only thing African tribes have in common is skin color.
Okay.
Once you go to this tribe, it's a different language, different religion, different everything, food, everything. It's like you go to China and France. Except they were in the same region. Let people get this picture clear. It was a continent with only tribes. There was no republics. There was no country. Modern day concept was country. There were no formal boundaries and borders.
So let's talk about Grammarly itself. How many tribes do we
About 50
different tribes.
or more. Because some of them now were brought into Togo when the artificial lines were dropped. Some are into, but you can't say Benin because there was no Benin. You can say the region. You see what I mean? It was a region that stretched all the way from the Nile River in Nigeria all the way to Ghana. Just a region. There's no name for anybody. There was nothing like Benin, Nigeria, Ghana. No.
But there was a concept of Dahomey.
That's correct. That's a tribe.
Ah.
And Gome became Dahomey. That's one tribe of very brutal guys who fought very
married 200 wives, and they called them chiefs. And they were trying,
For kingdoms.
the foreigners named it kingdom because that's the only word they know from where they were coming from Europe. But there was no kingdom. We're not kingdom. It's any pot belly guy married many women with his family beating the other small tribes, and they were describing them based only on the word they know. The Europeans say, oh, this people's kingdom. It was only chiefs. We never had kings in Africa. You understand? All right. So the point I'm making is, they came to an area which was a region, no countries. Nobody was born from a country. So because of the tribal war, Agbomer beat all the smaller tribes so they can absorb them for assimilation so they can grow bigger. The Zulus did it. The English did it. Chinese did it. The bigger you can absorb people, then you become stronger economically, militarily, and on and on. You understand? So every tribe, the bigger ones were both. The Yorubas did it to smaller tribes. The Agbomer and the whole did it to smaller tribes. The smaller tribes became happy when colonization happened. So that was the only time the bullying stopped. And they were all forced to become captives. So I'm saying to you, when Agbomer fought little tribes and absorbed the people, they can sell them to the Portuguese and collect whiskey, collect gunpowder.
Okay.
So when people are saying you sold your own people, it's a lie. If war breaks out in Europe and Italians captured Russians, they are all Caucasian, isn't it? Or the English captured Italians, they are Caucasian, and sold them away to the Chinese. Have the English sold their own people?
No.
Exactly. That's what happened in Africa. Tribes who look different from another tribe, spoke different language, captured each other and sold. But they didn't sell each other.
For the intent of slavery of what we know now.
Yes.
Of the impacts of it. It's not
They
like
didn't know where they were taken to. But as long as we captured them in war, and you promised to give me a mirror, you promised to give me.
you're my slave, I can.
Yes, I can give you to anybody I
It's just
want.
a trade.
That's correct. Okay?
Okay.
So you must understand what they were buying. They were buying very, very uncivilized people at the time. There was no modern day infrastructure. They have never seen anything. Fishermen, farmers, and hunters.
When
That's
you
it.
say uncivilized, uncivilized is a Western folk.
They don't have
Because
universal
you-
concept. Yes.
Okay,
They
because you're
don't.
kind of sounding like they're barbaric people from the jungle. They're not.
Whatever you want to describe it. I'm just trying to give you a picture so you can understand why it was so easy for the Europeans to say, these are the people who will take away. You got to look at the condition and ask yourself, can these people really work and live? So what I'm describing, it has to be severe for you to understand why they not going to do the farming. They got to find them in the condition that they know only people in that condition will survive in farms in another tropical region, which is the Caribbean.
So these are the farmland people who are distributed all throughout the Caribbean.
That's correct. Yes. There were no technocrats in Africa. There were no engineers, doctors, painters, dancers, and stuff like that. Everybody was either a farmer, a fisherman, or a hunter. So these people, they took into a ship and brought them and held them by this time as slaves, and then later on sold together with the captive to the French. And the only translation to begin to read and write was when they were taught by the French. Because the French had to build schools for them. So can you ask yourself, how long ago did the Haitians begin to speak French?
Listen, I don't know who needs to hear this, but if we're still we need to talk.
They started speaking French.
When the first school was built. It was built only so that you can educate the slaves and not the them to understand instruction. So after that, you can teach them business administration, medicine, nothing like that. All it was going on in the country about it. The reason the colonists to use their language in court because they wanted the nation to understand the court to be very deep. So that is what we call wisdom. And we think we can take a transfer from the church and use the 1/4 years of self-reflection to run the country. Anyhow, what they're using is speaking in their life is very
African American.
of different countries. That's why we develop freedom. Today,